This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. Let's get into it. End of the quarter, end of the month. Window dressing, markups, markdowns, what's going on? Well, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk about it. Because again, we need to look at the bigger picture, but also be aware of what's going on. The market recently has been rising off of the worst financial news we've heard in a while. Banks collapsing. Is the market stalemating before it's going up, before it's going down? Me personally, it seems very obvious. The banks lead. Credit contraction will follow. Unemployment will rise in time. But does that mean the markets have to tank tomorrow? This is the biggest question I get all the time, and this is the easiest answer. Give yourself time. Know your levels, define your risk, and be present. Do not assume something has to drop today, something has to drop tomorrow, or something's going to rise. Again, go level to level, and do not be surprised by chop. People just get in their head that things have to move certain directions, certain times. Biggest worry I have, market rising, especially tech, which I think was probably about to underperform, huge, is rising into earnings. Doesn't make sense. Financials not getting steam off the lows. So let's dig into the charts. Be thoughtful. Again, I appreciate all the love and support. If you want to join the Discord room, link is in the description below. If you want to follow what we're up to, constantly updating on Twitter, please follow, like, subscribe, notification bell, whatever. On all platforms, please check out this video. It's the last first three tradings a month. Why does it matter? Window dressing. New money, new month kind of stuff. Keep an eye on it. If you're newer to trading and you're like, well, I'd like to learn a little more before I get involved, check out the Back to Basics series. The link is in the description for this video, wherever you're watching it. Go to here. It's more beginning stuff and then advanced. And if you need like ultra beginning stuff, I would just use Google. Keep it simple. Please save this link. Keep an eye on it. Constantly watching what the Feds are potentially going to do or the market is going to anticipate. As of right now, market is anticipating almost 50-50, a little more, that the market's going to the Feds are going to raise rates or they're going to keep them where they're at in May. There is no rate cut abound. All right, let's jump into it. Bitcoin. Someone's asking about this earlier today in the daily market review. What's next? Level to level. Watch the 26,000. Keep it simple. Oil. We talked about. Feds probably do not like this. Oil bouncing. They want to see what? Inflation down? Well, you need oil down. Biggest input into the economy. Holding our levels. See what happens up here in the mid-70s. That's what I would do. Natural gas. As we've said, leave it alone. Expect chop. Now, if you have a reference and you want to buy it, it's weird how TradingView sometimes updates my stuff and doesn't. You've got references to low end of range, but just be aware, this could be choppy. This could be absolutely choppy. In my mind, I'm personally thinking that I would not be early into natural gas, but if you got to trade it, you feel the itch, I get it. Just be careful with the UNG. On that note, let's just watching Micron after hours, their earnings, absolutely terrible. Let's watch the reaction, okay? Today, decent wick bouncing around. If you're looking at the 10-minute and you want to trade it, let me get this in there. Keep an eye on it. I would probably use the reference of the 60s area. Man, why is the mouse just dying on me? Oh, that's no good. I apologize. I'd probably use this big and wide open candle post earnings, 61 level, for shorting if you wanted to short. If you want to go long, I probably wouldn't recommend it at this point. You're chasing, in my opinion. I don't think you want to chase up or down at this point. You'd rather short highs, buy lows. If you're not at the 58 level, okay. I personally think Micron is a piece of junk. They have continuously downgraded. If you see their numbers, they're really bad. They're really bad. Well, again, is everyone else going to be doing bad? Well, inventories are stacking up. That's the problem. So let's get into what we usually do. UUP. Range lows, we said watch it, watch it, watch it. I think this is ultimately chopping around. Let the range play itself out. Obviously, you got a big range here. He's got a big range. Could it be a head and shoulders bottom? Could it be about to break down? That's what I'd be watching. Again, getting too aggressive too early could be a little costly. TLT. So we talked about low end of range today. Did it break it? No, it didn't really close below it. Just closed at it. You need more information. Watch all of these moving averages converging together. The VIX. What a VIX crush on a Tuesday. Look at this. Getting back to the range lows in the 19s, I think it's a gift down here to be buying options. So keep an eye on it. Here you go. SPY. We've said today, a little indecisive. Would love to have seen it break below the Fed day lows because that's what's important right now in my mind. A lot of these stocks, watch what happens on the Fed day low. Let me add a little arrow. Watch a little arrow. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. People are just posts pretty crazy stuff on the Discord room. Seems very what they want. No, maybe not even want. What they believe the market's trying to get them to be perceived of. You know, people like to follow what I would consider the like MM narrative, which is, you know, the market makers, right? Like, are you following their are you caught in their narratives? That's what everyone wants to believe. We'll see. You don't know for sure, right? So watch the level. SPY. Again, if you're watching, when you zoom out, we'd love to pop in monthlies. Keep in mind, here you go. Doji at the range highs, couldn't get over it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Because there's a lot of other things that are looking weaker. QQQ now. Double tops, essentially. Retest the highs. Makes a little new high. Watch the Fed. Come on. Watch the Fed high. Draw the arrows again. I apologize. I did not save a couple days ago, and a lot of the stuff isn't updated. Maybe it's last night. I can't remember. Whatever. Long day. Here you go. Is this breaking below? Nice rally back at the close. But keep an eye on it. Because, again, if you take out the Fed day low, close below it, 306s, you're going to probably have more pain. IWM, chopping around. You know, as the market looks grand. Oh, that's the comp. As the IWM goes, so does the market eventually, right? Watch for lagging. QQQ up near the highs. IWM holding on for dear life. Things that aren't bullish. DIA, we've talked about it many times. Getting below the December lows for the following year, not bullish. But look what it's doing. It's chopping. Here are your December lows. Chop, chop, chop. 20-day rolling down. Be careful. Gold. Hey! Rally back some. Again, this is the big breakout area, 186 around the 2000s. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Don't know. Again, I personally think, again, if you're chasing here, good luck. I would love to see it chop around and then go silver. Because, again, if the market dumps, everything gets liquidated. Gold will not be likely, against all probabilities, no one can say for sure, excluded from such. Silver fills the gap, hits the 0.618. We'll see what happens here. Just, again, keep in mind with the miners, gold, all this stuff, manage your positions. As soon as you feel like you can't lose, you probably got to be careful. Miners coming into what I consider the big dog spots. Oops. We talked about this area in the 32, 31 range. Show me this money zone. Keep an eye on it. I personally, again, I'm watching the end of day volume today. And again, it's not always a big deal, but I'm looking at this volume like, man, look at this tight action with bigger volume at the highs. Is somebody unloading? Who's buying up here? Probably not smart money, but we'll see. GDXJ, I could be dead wrong on the miners, and I'll admit it. I've got a small short on. It's not working at all. And that's just the nature of it. Not surprised. You can't be perfect. GDXJ, filling the gap. Leave it alone. Not really sure what's going on here. Keep your eyes on it. We'll see. It's another one that's just, again, if the miners get, like, here you go. Here's COVID. I guess you didn't really have this in 2008. It came afterward. But you're at levels. You could definitely draw a trend line if you want to confirm. I don't know how you want to draw it. You want to draw it that tight? You could draw it so many different ways. You could draw it like this tight, like closes over. Yeah, you're at convergent areas. Do you think we're going to break out? Good question. Keep an eye on it. AG. Again, personally have a small short, not working. It's okay. AG monthly, again, I like how Silver said, or Panama said, hey, we are not going to produce more silver at these prices. Smart. Sit on it. Someone should do it. That'll help. Again, watch what happens down here. I think it's going to be choppy, sloppy. Not surprised by a novice gap and rally, but could it chop around? That's the one question, right? AEM. Holding up pretty well. Here we are. Again, my short is defined with puts. That's the thing. People are like, oh, you're just holding dust. I'm like, no, I got dust calls. It's very defined. I can only lose so much money. And if I'm wrong, great. That means the gold holdings, the physical metals that we've recommended to buy for years and people who own it, you're doing good. You're doing real good. Newmont chopping here at the convergence of many moving averages. Don't really have an idea what's next. Again, I don't trust this stuff. PAAS trying to break the trend line, but we've seen this before where it does such. Again, watch the references. I think you can see very clearly. If you need me to draw it for you, I'd be watching what? No, this 19 level, right? Just keep it simple, stupid. That's all you need to do. All right, let's get into tech. AMD was down today, naturally, after rising pretty incredibly. Here's the Fed day range lows. We closed below it. I keep telling people watch out again. Here's the monthly, as the famous potential middle finger pattern. Tries to get over the 20-month. Could this be bearish for bigger moves down? I personally believe so, but keep an eye on it. MU, again, we'll just show it. Keep the order consistent. It's at 60 after hours, chopping around. Yeah, this thing is a serial laggard. I don't like it. Taiwan Semi, we talked about back testing the old channel. Look at the Fed days range. We're way below it. And I said earlier this morning, watch the 20-day. If it bounces, it bounces. If it fails, it fails. Same so far, seems to be holding it. NVIDIA, blowing off top. We said this earlier in the review. Watch what happens to the 259. Could it chop around? Absolutely. Are we waiting on something? That's what you have to be thoughtful about with the market. Semis, hey. All right, again, below the Fed day lows, held the 20-day. Said the same. I mean, all of these things look very similar. We talked about it in the daily review. Again, if you're not getting notifications of the daily live chats intraday, well, then you're missing out, playa. Intel, chopping. This thing's already peaked out. It's just drawing in idiots, in my opinion. Adobe's chopping around. Is this a lower high? Keep an eye on it. I don't really have a strong feel on Adobe. It's pretty wide and loose at this point. Apple, we talked about the trap bull zone. You got into it. It closed right above it. Keep an eye on it. Amazon, because again, all this stuff level to level. If it goes, it goes. Couldn't get over the 100 area. Making lower lows. CRM popped at the end of the day. Cool. Retesting. I mean, everybody's bullish again. I mean, might as well just put that. Keep an eye on it, right? Keep an absolute eye on it. If you're not sure, let me zoom out real quick. You can see why this area matters. It's the big top. Retesting. Guggenheim, Chat GPT 4, 5, 7, 8, Baird, all these things. AI, told you guys, be careful to break out of the channel on the Fed day. Google, not looking so hot. Meta, high, miho. We talked about it. The monthly, no, but Dad, it's going to 250. Okay, it's probably not going to get through this area. That's my premonition. Here it comes. Little gap down today. Didn't close at the lows, but the gap was lower. Microsoft, if you short it up at 280s like Jay Solstice recommended, we talked about this area. It's very clear. Define your risk. Same kind of thing. Coming into the 20-month, curling down. SpaghettiOs. Just got to be patient. Can you be patient? It's like, what's that meme that's going around? It's like, oh, really? Really? Is that right? Whatever that thing. It's like that white guy. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. It's trying to take out the lows. NDAQ, we talked about this. This helps confirm bearishness for tech. But people just seem to ignore all the video and they don't understand. The exchange for tech is showing that the volumes are dying and people will not be doing what? Buying tech over time. The variables that be in the tech war. Who wants this? Again, you think the narrative is that smart money is buying this stuff. I'm telling you right now, somebody is becoming the long-term exit liquidity and they don't even know it. And guess what? That's how it plays out. We'll see in time. Again, tech does not lead after a tech war. The tech war leaders are commodities. Inputs. Anyone telling you different, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. Now some tech will do well, but the mega caps, that's where all the liquidity that's going to go into inflationary items like your favorite materials names. Keep that in mind. Oh, but tech. I'm like, man, you just don't even know. Tech does not do good with inflation. It's deflationary by nature, right? It has to, over the time, more they create something, the more there's competition in tech. Prices go down. What happens when inflation's going up? They're screwed because there's so much competition. MicroStrategy, chopping around. Netflix, we put out the alert. Again, watch the 50-day. Talked about in this live review. Doink! Makes lower lows, lower highs. Hero could be bearish. Roblox said it can't go over 44, 45. Watch the 20-way. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Tesla, been a dog all damn day. Seeing how the prices of their used car market for Tesla is dropping like a rock. Game over candle. Tried to get in the box. 20-day. Holding on. Holding on for dear life. Materials. Now, this is stuff we like for the long term, but we're not going to buy it yet because it gets thrown out. Baby with the bathwater. Here you go. Letter X. Chopping around. Holding the 200-day. Good old new core. Chopping. Again, a lot of stuff. Chop. Caterpillar. Chop. Seems to be 220 was the highest today. It's this little area right here. I mean, again, you can draw it on the hourly. Is this a W pattern? Ugh, someone could argue that. I think it's just a chop pattern before you go lower. VALE. This has been acting like doo-doo. Well, guess what? Nice little pop today. Hits below the 200-day. Again, economic activity is a slow one. Arrow, copper, holding up, high and tight. Can't argue with that. Gets through what I consider resistance. Now at the 0.382. If you zoom out, you see what? Let me get the weekly for you guys. Sorry, I need the monthly. I'm like sitting here brain dead at the end of the day. This is why trading is just crazy in the sense of like mental capital. You're coming into what I consider the box of love. Can you get over 18s? That's really what matters. Check it out. So keep in mind, looks great maybe daily, but needs to prove itself. CCJ, everyone loves uranium. I get it. I don't mind it either. I just think it's going to be choppy and sloppy. I'll see you at lower prices in time. Would love to see 16, 17. Just keep in mind, bear in mind, it's going to be tougher to take off without the market. AA, until the Feds pivot. Remember, when the Feds pivot, commodities will rally. When the Feds pivot, commodities will rally. Say it 3 times. When the Feds pivot, commodities will rally. Okay? Right? Here you go. AA. Love it. Coming down. Chopping. Whatever you want to call it. CF, talking about, man, could these be bottoming? These names? You got the volume. You got little lower lows. You're in support zones. I just don't want to be early. I like these names. I feel like they have either minimal downside or have a little lower to go, but will be great buying opportunities. Again, you got to eat. Folks got to eat. Folks got to eat. But you're at support. Good at bounce. NTR. Makes sense. Same thing. Support. XLF, the dog of dogs. We talked about it being oversold due to bounce and chop. Well, time is now in your favor, reloading. If you go look at the monthly, what have I said? Watch the zone. Watch the 30s. Holding up so far, but do we really think it's going to hold? I think it's just a matter of when, if not if. It's going to be dumped. JP Morgan. Oh, I'm reading. Man, I am seeing so many stock pickers recommending big money center banks like JP Morgan are definitely going to win without a doubt and have no problems. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Now we talk about failing up here. Look how long that take. Chop. Morgan Stanley. Chop. Same thing. Goldman Sachs. Chop. I don't know what to tell you. Chop. Wait, watch the levels. Get over these, get below these. I mean, that's kind of what it is. XLF, same kind of thing. If you have any questions, please reach out. Keep it simple. IYT, again, I like to look at the transports. Chop, bounce, dead cat bounce. Meow. Maybe dead, yeah, looks very dead cat bounce-ish. Solar. Oh, I keep forgetting XBI. XBI, the risk-on of risk-on plays. Blah. Remember, who likes low rates? Baby biotech. Biotech loves borrowing money. They love low rates. Okay, we'll see what happens here. I don't know what to say. I don't think we've bottomed. But it's not going to get there tomorrow. Solar, holding up, chopping. As we've said, watch. I think this is the top. Now you got to chop and watch the, 72 level. ANPH, you dirty dog. I mean, some of these names are just absolute dog crap. Hits the 50-day. Again, this thing is zoom out. It's going to retest this trend line. Probably going to go lower because I don't know why you wouldn't. Rubber band man, you're reloading for maybe a big move. Sedgerton. Sedge. Solar Edge. Gaps up. Watch 275. For solar, congrats if you shorted up near the highs today. I get it. It's just chopping. It's just a matter of what I would consider if, not when. Right? Keep an eye on it. I think this thing, again, solar's got issues. HYG, we like to keep an eye on this. Junk debt, hanging on by a thread. Got to watch the 72s. Let's end it with oil. A little psychology chat. Not surprised, oil building up. Watch the 20-day on the USO. Again, the USO is not the best. UNG is not that great either. I don't even know why I talk about them sometimes. Let's look at the XOP, because this is a little more interesting to me. Closing at high of the day, getting into what? This next range of 125s. Watch the 20-day. Watch the 20-day. Volume really isn't conviction, but could this be the bottom, the washout? We talked about the levels. Could it go lower? I'd prefer lower to buy anything, but that's just me being wishful thinking. Sometimes you don't get what you want. ExxonMobil, 200-day, now rallying. We said watch the 20-day. Here it is. 20-day, this range here, I mean, maybe 107s. Keep an eye on it. Right? Occidental, Buffett's buying it all. Should rally. Cool. See what happens here. Coming into the trend line, maybe the 100, 200-day. Keep an eye on it. Pix Dizzle. Dropping 20-day. I'd watch what happens when it gets into the 200 range. I don't necessarily trust it. EQT, again, gets down, rallies, chopping around. I mean, this nothing. There's no momentum in these natural gas names, but getting a little sloppy, slow and steady lower. Just be thoughtful. We'll end it on the Flex LNG. As normal, just kind of watching this stuff. Would love to see it down in the 29s, maybe 24s, because at some point I have a feeling we're going to be exporting a ton of natural gas. All right, if you have any questions, please reach out. I appreciate the support, the donations, all the friendly comments. I love the trolling too, because again, the people usually trolling are the biggest idiots out there. The smartest people in the market do not comment on things that they don't think matters, right? Like, if I don't comment on every bullish or bearish person, I'm like, it doesn't matter. But the people who really feel they gotta leave an opinion, yeah, it doesn't matter. But I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, because I need to. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.